uh, my followers on YouTube, and also the people who will watch the stream, who will come and go. You're most welcome to join me in my first stream of an awesome vampire game, Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. So this game is all about vampires, but it's like it's not a fighting game. It's more of a story game, and also we will come across many skill points. Like we have to distribute skills, attributes, and those will affect the dialogues. That's what I've seen from the trial when I was playing the trial version of this game. So I was using all the skills and attributes and was just going ahead. But since the trial is just it's not like a demo. So a trial and a demo is different. A trial has an expiry period, but demo stays on forever. So it was a trial, and it lasted for almost like a day or two. And I didn't play much, but I just played for around like maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I really appreciate this game. It's because I have been waiting for such game, a vampire game, for a long time. Of course, there's another vampire game, Vampire, uh, which is different. Also, we'll play that, but this one is the new one, and it is different. It's like um, I think it's like Detroit, somewhat like Detroit. The way Detroit is there, or even like games where it's like a movie, and you whatever dialogues you select, whatever choices you make, affects the story. So let's go how this game goes, and it was pretty interesting to see all those attributes or the skill sets of different vampires. So the first vampire which I came across was, I think, Mem. Yeah, I'll play this again. I'll start this game again, so don't want to spoil this. But I really enjoyed the trial, so why not? And also, we were getting some discount, some amazing, nice discount of 55%. So I got this, and we will play this. And also, another horror game is releasing today. I'm pretty excited. It's not like it won't release today, maybe later in the night, in the after midnight, I would say. Yeah, it's releasing after midnight. Callisto Protocol. I'm very excited and pumped about that game because it reminds me of Dead Space. I enjoyed a lot of Dead Space in my yesteryears and used to play on PC, but then, of course, I always wanted a console in my life. PC was just temporary. Console was my main thing. And when I got my first PS4, I was very excited to see how much I suffered when I was using the PC, and all those headaches which I had of changing the graphic card and this and that, increasing the RAM, and so much pain in the head. But then when PS4 came along, things changed. I was very excited that it's a stable console, and console has like stable graphics, because the developers, they won't increase the graphics. If they increase, you cannot change the graphic card inside the console. So that was amazing. So that was my I would say a confusing period when I was using the PC, but console is something which I always wanted in my life. So here we are with my PS5, and we are good to go. So this amazing game, let's proceed. So I already played the trial version, but I want to start a new game, and I want to start it properly, so that I will read everything, all the codexes, all the entries, and all the skill points, and whatever come across, I'll read and we'll play nicely. So let's go, let's dive into this, and with much further ado, let's roll. I've done all the settings. Always see that if the dialogues are on, because subtitles, especially if they're not on, then it doesn't make sense to me, because sometimes I miss on things, and English is not my first language being Hindi, English. I I'm trying to make it my as an important language because I love English and also I've made my channel in English. And when I come across new words, I try to pronounce them in standard American English using my Google Assistant and also see what those words mean. All right, let's go. So we go to the new game, and of course, since I'm talking, I always double check if I'm speaking, I'm being heard or not. Oh, Machu, careful. I Perfect. Let's go. New game? Yes, overridden. So Princess Quarters, September 4, 2019, 11 p.m. The Boston code is in turmoil. A code red alert has been issued, which means a major crisis has occurred. MM. So it was MM which I was playing with in a trial. Leisha and Caleb are summoned by the prince. September 4, 2019, leg. What's that? Anyways, let's go. And since I'm not putting on my camera because from time to time I love to take the screenshots and my pic comes in the screenshot and I don't like that. So I might put on the camera for other games maybe in which I have already played them, or maybe they don't require me to speak much, or maybe not take many screenshots as such because I've played a lot of that game. But for this game I will just don't use the camera. Vampires walk among us. Unknowingly, we have built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have been organized into rival sects, the largest of which is Camarilla. In its domains, Camarilla courts enforce the Masquerade, a global conspiracy hiding the existence of vampires from the mortal world. Breaking the Masquerade is punishable by final death. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throats. After much conflict, Hazel Iverson, the new prince, has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers, known as Hartford Chantry. This alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade. The trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serves the needs of the vampire elite. Tonight the undead will celebrate. Nacon.
Let's just get this going. There, ready. We're all set. Now, to begin, tell me, what do you see?
I don't know.
Try this. Focus on your vision.
Did you feel it too?
Take your stuff. We're getting out of here. We've got a problem.
Call them back.
What's going on?
It's the prince. We must go quickly.
Come on. Damn it. Hurry up. Calm down. Maybe it has nothing to do with the party. You know full well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck! Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it! This has gotta be bad, MM.
Here we go. Dialogue skills. In a dialogue, some answers require the use of your skills. Your skill level is compared with that of your opponent. The higher rating wins. You cannot use a skill if its rating is 0. Willpower 12. Using a skill consumes willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower at the end of the dialogue. Right. Psychology 3 MM2 1 Journey Atkins. Success rate 100%. Persuasion has no success rate. She has nothing to hide. Success.
It's not like you had anything to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
But you're a harpy. The prince will cover you. You know she's always looking for an excuse to take him down a notch.
We'll see.
What do we do next?
When everyone's safe, we move on to phase 2. We clean house.
So this new word, harpy, what does it mean? What? It's a word in Greek and Roman mythology. A rapacious monster described as having a woman's head and body and a bird's wings and claws, or depicted as a bird of prey with a woman's face. Interesting. Bodies of birds and faces of women. These were the birds. They flew quickly with were cruel and greedy. If you refer to a woman as harpy, you mean that she is very cruel or nasty, alright. What's a code red?
Did you say this is the first code red in Boston ever since?
Of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now. They took away our internet access. Our smartphones.
It's called risk mitigation, that's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger. And everyone runs to shelter at the nearest safe house. For us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even listening to me.
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray our network and relationships.
What comes after phase 2?
Just pray that it never comes to that.
Come on, tell me.
We run, we leave everything behind, and we go into hiding, as far from here as we can.
There's no way I'm leaving Boston. Everything I have is right here in the city. It took me years to build my clubs. I've worked too hard to give it up now.
You won't have a choice. I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be alright?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep your cool and it'll be fine.
Ah, my little darlings. You're here at last. The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
No call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked to see you as soon as you arrived, Amim. I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Alright. Dialogue. Disciplines. Vampires have supernatural abilities, usually inherited from their clan disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogues. As with skills, the higher level wins. Not all disciplines are available to vampires. Not all disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although most have no defense against disciplines. Hunger. So we have hunger as 5. Using a discipline generates hunger. Hunger has value that cannot be exceeded. This limits a vampire's use of their powers. As a vampire at their hunger limit risks losing control, attacking and feeding on the closest mortal. Oh shit. Alright, we have to be careful. Right. So we are losing. Anyhow, there's no success rate in even if I use Flatter April. Let's go with this because we have no other option.
You know, back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
Imem. My dear Imem. I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please. You're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The prince is on edge. We can't get through to anyone over there.
What does this have to do with Jay?
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you. From now on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you. The prince is furious. Journey, you're coming with me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Alright, let's go.
It's gonna be a long night.
Miss Lewis, welcome. Can I help you with something? Good evening. Can I help you with something? Miss Lewis. Can I help you? Miss Lewis.
Who's she, Caleb?
Mem Lewis.
She smiles like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dejan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
What's the meaning of this word, toreador? Interesting word. Toreador. Meaning? A bullfighter. Okay.
Toreador.
Especially one on horseback. Right. Okay. There are usually more of us. Everyone should have been at the party. She's talking too much. I will always select the first option because it's my first playthrough. If I ever be interested in second playthrough, then I'll select the second option. Always going with the first option, especially if things happen like I don't have enough skills or attributes and I need to select the second option, then only I'll select. Otherwise, in the entire game, I will always select the first dialogue. So there are usually more of us.
Under ordinary circumstances, there would be more of us here.
Is it because of the code red?
Could be. We should have all been at that party. But a code red is a code red. No one can leave. I'd hate to be Caius right about now.
Why?
He's second honcho of house security. This promises to be a busy night.
I know what you mean. It's one thing to have been told that the Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
Do you think you'll be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me?
No. Now is no longer the time.
And he is your child?
Mr. Beryl Underwood.
She got scared, it seems. She was startled or scared looking at that guy. So he's a real shark. He's one of the members of the Primogen. I don't want to talk about her about it. I don't want to talk to her about it. So I'll go with the first, of course. He's a real shark.
He is tortured by a demon. We all have one. The beast that preys upon him is a love of money. If someone held a stake to his heart and cried your money or your unlife, he'd ask you for some time to think it over.
It's his greed, then, that cost him your favor?
Everything about him was disappointment. Never forget that the court is a chessboard. We are monsters, and we sacrifice pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But...
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right. Calm down, Dijon.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
Don't start with me. She was in charge of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to get through to them over there.
Go on, then. Go and save Imani and stop wasting your breath.
There are rules. Need I remind you? We're all stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
You'll never change.
Dijon!
What? Oh, come on, Hilda, she needs to grow up.
Leave us.
I don't need your help.
Mem, please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower your voice. People are staring.
Okay, we come to dialogue now. Focus. Focus allows you to temporarily increase a skill by 1 or 2 levels. The more you increase your focus, the more willpower cost increases. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1 point. Disciplines or knowledge cannot be focused. Kitty cat. Alright. Kitty cat. Alright, let's go. Let's continue. So need to either press the right trigger on the right hand side or the left hand side, in the right direction or left direction. Okay, I pressed the right direction. Dialogue. Die. If the skill or discipline levels are the same, the outcome of the conflict is uncertain. The chance of victory can be influenced by a number of bonuses or penalties, as well as spending experience points. Okay. So we are getting 2 over here, rhetoric and intimidation. Rhetoric is what we get over here. If I use the entire focus, let's try using the entire, let's get a chance of 100% over here. Does she know anything about the code red? Success 30%. Die. Oh shit. Failure. Huh? Opponent behavior. Focus. Your opponents can also focus their own skills. Unlike you, focus only allows them to increase their skill by level 1. Player behavior. The risk of opponent focus is represented by a percentage. The more aggressive you are, skill focus, use of disciplines, the more the risk of opponent focus increases. Right. Kitty cat wanted to go outside. Goodbye, kitty cat. Alright. Let's go.
Do you know what this code red is all about? You're in the Primogen. You must know something. I'm in the same boat as the rest of you.
Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
Who's that?
Jason Moore. Don't you remember him? He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up. He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen. As if now were the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey, of course. I always warned you that girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go. Hazel must be upstairs. I'd better hurry.
What about Jara? I haven't seen her.
Councillor Drury is not here, nor is Dr. Dunham. Mr. Leto's teams are trying to reach them, but...
Nobody's answering?
They've all got such long faces.
Is there a problem? Hazel's waiting. You're wasting time. Hazel's waiting.
MM. Did you want something? MM. Shitty night, huh? MM. Shitty night, huh?
Sorry, that's not possible. Good evening, ma'am. Let me know if I can help you. Good evening, ma'am.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, MM.
Abby, do you know what's going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Please? I feel like I've been plopped down in the middle of a minefield.
There are rumors about Journey. Rumors about how this is all her fault.
Did you know that Jay was in charge of the party?
Shit. I bet she's gonna take the fall for whatever happened.
I don't think she's involved, but we've got to be on our guard. They're all on edge. Watch out. Some party. They're all on edge. Watch out.
You're completely overwhelmed by the situation. April will have some explaining to do.
Pick up.
Ma'am, we haven't seen you here in ages now, have we?
It's not like I'm doing everything I can to stay the hell away from here.
Blunt and to the point, as usual.
With a bit of luck, your suffering will be over soon.
How's business these days?
Why? You want to invest?
Don't tempt me.
shocked to think you put so much as a penny into one of my clubs. I know they're worthless to you, Beryl.
You're right. I'm not interested in them. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone. I'm waiting for Caleb.
Yes?
Later. What? Later.
Miss Lewis. Yes? Miss Lewis. Can I help you with something?
They can't hurt me.
What a shitty night. Hazel must be pissed. What the hell could she want with me?
Is everything okay, Mom? Penny for your thoughts?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
No, don't fret. I'm gonna stay here with you now.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes, remember?
I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes. But 3 years was too long.
It seemed like an eternity without you.
I missed you too, Mom.
I need my sweet little monster.
Mom? What's going on? Why does everybody look so upset?
I think something serious is happening. I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard. I looked for him so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So, what do we do now?
I was told to wait here, because Hazel wants to see us. There are grown-ups coming, and your mother needs to talk to them.
Oh, then I'll go hide, because grown-ups talk to me too much.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on. Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
Leisha. When did you get out?
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That, or she's a major drama queen.
You shouldn't make light of the situation, believe me. There aren't many of us who have experienced a Code Red and survived.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Maybe you asked for it.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
Stop it right there, Bazori. Don't take that tone with me. I choose what lessons to take.
We must all remain calm and accept any help we can get, even from the most unusual sources.
That's surprising to hear, coming from a blue blood. At least your certainties come from a more solid source than a prophecy from a child of Malkov.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't gonna help us solve it.
We're all in danger. When I awoke, I sensed a threat everywhere, all around us. I've never felt anything like it.
Please, explain.
It was as if we were all going to disappear into chaos. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Good evening, ladies, sir. The prince shall see you now.
M.M. Lewis. Here we go. Rebellious stars. These are some of the, I would say, what are these? Okay, profiles we can select. First is investigator, second is jack of all trades, third is veteran, and fourth is free. Right. The first is investigator, which is profile that focuses on knowledge and skills that allow you to go undercover, extort, or steal information. Next is jack of all trades, profile that focuses on improving attributes and large selection of skills. It allows for a maximum number of interactions, but with less mastery. Jack of all trades. Veteran is focuses on dialogue skills and physical attribute, allows you to use the character's aura in conversations. Free is profile with no pre-attributed points. I would like to go with free so that we can understand the game and also enjoy our success and pitfalls. So rebellious star, the diva who lights up Boston's nights, but bringing light into a world of darkness can be perilous. MM knows this, but she doesn't care. So, I'd love to see what Google says about it. Full of danger or risk.
Perilous.
No. No.
Perilous.
Perilous. Right. trying to pronounce this properly. Perilous. Oh, whoa. Perilous. Perilous. Good job. Yay. That's a nice, that's the right pronunciation. So we will go with free. Of course, this will be challenging because this profile has no pre-attributed points. So we'll have to understand all the attributes properly. And that will be interesting. So here we go. There's a character sheet. At the start of a scene, previously earned experience points can be spent to improve the character's abilities. Right. These abilities are divided into two areas, the character sheet and the discipline sheet. Attributes. Each attribute affects a specific list of skills and disciplines. Attributes increases the chance of victory in case of a tie. Improving them also decreases the willpower cost of focus. Right. Knowledge. The use of knowledge skills